Dr. Foluwakemi Ayobade, PhD, a perfect gentle lady, celebrity gospel music performing artist, serial entrepreneur, philanthropist, certified travel consultant, seasoned human resources and customer service professional, visionary project management strategist, team player and industry captain, is the founder, managing director and chief executive officer of 12 Stones Travel Agency Nigeria Limited, a frontline world-class travels and tour support service firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2025.
The name 12 Stones was actually derived from the book of Revelations, where the Bible expressed the number of stones that is being used to build the throne room of God. And I realized that these stones carries a very important meaning in the presence of God, for him to have used it to build his house. And most especially when I did my research, I was able to find out that it helps in moving from one place to another, getting of energy. So 12 Stones Travel Agency started with the throne room of God. We render service like flight booking, local and international airline reservations, visa assistance, study, work, conference, and we also help clients with their visa applications and documentation. And we usually tell our clients, we are not the embassy. We don't give visas. But what we do is that our strategic approach and our strong partnership with our global partners abroad will ascertain at least 90 to 99% of visa acquisition with our assistance and our procedures. We also do counseling for a lot of people who want to travel abroad. And basically, most of our counseling is always based on the fact that your purpose of traveling abroad, I strongly believe in that. Your purpose of traveling abroad is basically for you to go into those countries, work, make a lot of money. The money you're making, come back to Nigeria, build schools, build real estate, create employment. That's my own vision. That's my own prerogative. That's what I wake up every day for, to see Nigeria to become a global economy where people will strive to come to Nigeria, not Nigerians striving to travel out. Our vision is to build Africa's most trusted and customer-centric travel agency. Our mission is to go extra miles to provide seamless, affordable, and world-class services. And we also desire to be an household name for every family and individual all over the world, not just Nigeria alone, to say, oh, if you want to travel, go to 12 Stones Travel Agency. They will make sure you travel beyond boundaries. So that's our mission. So what we have achieved so far is we have been able to build a very solid reputation through hard work. We've been able to gain the industry's recognition, and our recognition, we've also been able to gain global recognition. Our first uniqueness is customer service. We're very empathic about our clients. We are very concerned about the feelings and the emotions of our clients. We try to put all their burdens on ourselves, and you can see through our utterances how far we are able to go to bring a thumbs up or a smile, on the face of our client. And our prices are very, very competitive. Very, very competitive. Then we are very reliable. It's like you come in and say, oh, can you get me a citizenship to Grenada? And I'm like, okay, I might not have it. I'm like, okay, can you give me like 2 weeks? And you'll be so shocked at how I'm going to bring out innovations that will solve the problem without you even, like VIP, without stress. So that makes us very, very unique. And I used to tell a lot of people, they always wonder why I say this. And our color. It's funny, right? Yeah, our color is bright yellow, and yellow is a source of energy that brings health, goodness, and vitality. So that makes us very, very unique, because we try to propel what we stand for. The industry is growing. It's really, really growing, but we're facing challenges with the high costs, foreign exchange, visa restrictions, the infrastructural deficit. It's like one of our challenges. But with the digital transformation and the help of the government tourism initiatives, gradually the travel industry is improving. Most of our aviation fuel is being imported from neighboring countries, and we have refineries in Nigeria. So, but because of the fact that we need to get it from outside the country, the exchange rate is extremely high, which involves we accumulating a lot of naira to pay our international body. So that is one of the major challenges. Maybe we'll be able to produce a large number of aviation fuel that we would not have to import from other countries. I also want to encourage the policies to reduce tax burdens on the airline operators. We can also plead to the public-private partnership to invest in aviation. When you're investing in farming, you're investing in education, you're investing in music and the entertainment industry, at least try and take a look back at the aviation industry, because that happens to be one of the dreams of everybody all over the world, to be able to travel around the world and explore. So it shouldn't be neglected. Our first core value is empathy. We always try to put ourselves in their shoes. So no matter how frustrated they are or how angry they are, you can imagine just coming at me and I'm like, and I was just smiling like, we're so sorry. Don't worry, we're going to handle it. And like, you think I'm joking? I know how you feel. Because even the Bible says that a calm response can quench an angry intention. So when we sense frustration from our client, we go extra mile. In fact, we pay particular attention to that client to manage that tone. One of our core values is integrity. We want to say whereby I can tell you, don't drink that water. Like, oh, okay, Dr. Foluwakemi, you can trust me because I'm very truthful, and that's what we all do here with our teams. Then whenever we see that there is a conflict or there is an issue, we pend every other job to focus on that conflict until we solve it. We don't leave the issue. We make sure we get to the bottom of it, solve it, and then we are all on steady waters. Number one is strong financial management. And we always do that. Strong financial management. We try to manage our finances at all costs. We try to go for partners and signed partnership deed that are more not too costly, so that our clients can be able to afford that. Then we try to diversify into services to reduce dependency on our revenue stream. Then we do technology-driven solutions to enhance efficiency, like our website. We try to update it every day so that it becomes easier for clients. Like some people say, I want to come to your office, I want to see you face to face. Okay, good, you can come, but you will have to spend money on your way here and energy. Don't worry, send your documents, let me process for you. Oh, I want to see the place. I said you can see the place. Just type on Google, you will see 12 stones. And if you want to map, you can map. But it's a lot of stress. You spend money moving around. Then we assist with documentations too. So that's why we try to partner with a lot of official government to get our documentation swiftly and not to stress the clients from moving around. So we manage our finances very, very, very well. So that's how we've been able to maintain a good performance. And one thing we usually do also is that to make our job less paperwork. Because paperwork is always a lot of work. Sometimes when clients send in their documents, sometimes staff can be very, very clumsy and document is missing. So to avoid that, we always make sure we restrict our services strictly database online. We reduce plenty paperwork, so it helps us because we have record, we have a database, it's well kept, the customer is safe with this information and not flying around. And we do not do this, when the visa is out, cross out the name of the client, put it on social media. No, we don't do that. That is not a guarantee for the genuineness of the travel agency. That is you divulging the information and the confidentiality of that client. So because we don't do that, we got good performance. Our client loves us for that because of the level of our clients. It's going to be annoying for me to see the number of my passport. Just because you covered my face and my name does not mean that with the passport number or with the number at the back that they can't determine what's there. It's an e-passport for crying out loud. So we make sure that we don't release any document that belongs to our client to the social media just to gain followers. No, we don't do that. So it has helped us to sustain a very, very high performance in all our job by people trusting us and relying on us. Okay, I hope to see Trust Travel Agency expanding our operations across Africa. Africa is like my first target, and we want to integrate more technology-driven travel solution. We intend to go extremely IT, like tech. That's our plan. Then we want to become a global leader in the customer-centric travel services. We want to be able to, because Trust Travel Agency, we are like the customer service of the travel industry. So we want to make sure that we are able to provide extreme solutions to all clients all over the world. And to God be the glory, we have clients from Philippines, from Algeria, from Libya, from Egypt, from Iran, from Syria, coming to us to assist with their migration. So it's like a thing of joy for me. And so I want the same whereby someone in Azerbaijan can walk into Trust Travel Agency branch in Azerbaijan and say, I'm here in your Azerbaijan branch and I want to apply. I'm like, oh, that's good. Do this. It gives me a lot of joy. It gives me a lot of joy that we can actually do that. So that's our vision. And I know that God is going to give it to us. We have to strengthen local production and export to reduce reliance on imports. We have a lot of tailors in Nigeria, for instance, but these tailors cannot even make ready to wear like 1 million like we have in China. They would rather go to China and import. So why did you go to tailoring school? So it really affects our economy a lot. We have shoemakers here in Nigeria and we don't even have a cobbler. You can't walk from one place within 10 minutes and see a cobbler store. You'll have to go and meet. But that's a lucrative business in Italy. We encourage our children to have BSc. We push them to get the highest of the degrees. I'm not saying education is not good, but we find out that most of the things we import from outside the country are things that are created by hand, like a formal occupation. Few people go abroad to import banking solutions. So what we import is agricultural produce, because we have left our farming, which we started with our parents, to study. And when we are studying, we don't even try to get a form of informal education to enable us to become a global entity. So if we can invest more, in our own personal talents, there was a time that I was selling Ori. Yeah, I was selling, we had to import it and sell. It was like a good business, for me, and it still is. So you can imagine me going to the Indiji, the village, and meeting our mothers, mommy, and we are packaging it, putting it in a container, and all over the world, they are buying our own cream. That's our own personal product, so it will bring a lot of money into Nigeria, because I'm going to sell, they pay me dollars, I'll be able to pay my staff, spread the money in one way or the other, it circulates. So our major problem is that we export a lot. Yeah, so for us to stabilize the Naira to become a very high value is for us to reduce our importation and increase our exportation. If we can try and invest in our refineries and also permit private individuals to own their own refineries too. Have access, like the way everybody's building schools everywhere. Let us invest in refineries too. Let Lagos have his own refinery. Let Abuja have their own. Let private, you can come in and say, okay, please, do you want to own a refinery? I'm like, why not? And the government invest in me, and I employ, it makes a lot of things. And it's okay, if you look at you, handle Lagos states, keep giving them fuel. That reduces, our importation power. But if we have just 1 or 2 refineries or 3 serving the whole nation, I don't know how we can comment on that, but I know God will help us. For every youth who wants to start their businesses and they are not starting on God, I'm sorry, you're gonna fail, because only God never fails. And also, if you are starting on God, get informed, get educated. I tell a lot of people, I'm not saying you should not have BSc. It's okay, that's very good. But if you have a talent, and you're not building on that talent, it's like you telling God to keep quiet, that you want to suffer. I'm sorry to say, we have a lot of people who are great CEOs and most of them dropped out of school. Instead, they focused on their line of gifts and built on that, study more. So if you are a, I don't want to mention names, I'm trying very possible not to do that. If you were given the talent to make hair from a younger age, I expect you to be going to a beauty school and get certified. Then you can just support it with SSC, then okay, maybe alongside online education, that or you go to a polytechnic where they are doing beauty, so you can learn more. Don't just I want to go into university, they now give you Yoruba and you have gifts with beauty. What has Yoruba language got to do with beauty? So that's our major issues, in Nigeria. Like I and my husband, we always try possible best to teach our children to bring out their inner talents. Your education and you going to school is to make you become an employer, not to be an employee. So a lot of people, we finish university and we carry our CV to look for job. No, it is that education that is supposed to forge you to make that inner vision of yours to become reality and be a global solution to the entire universe. Even if you pray from now till tomorrow, faith without work is dead. Other companies might decide to lie about their businesses, change their contracts, be very, I regard that as being fraudulent, and it's against the ethics of business. You're going to lose faith, you're going to lose trust in your clients, and probably you're going to run out of business. So I don't want to run out of business because of the vision that we have, and we still want to be a source of joy to many families. So I just stand on the truth, and I think I've been loved for that. First of all, success in Nigeria is, in Nigerian landscape entirely, requires resilience, tenacity, the ability to adapt, and to be strategic about your innovations. Because Nigeria is like one of the strongest country when it comes to commerce, productivity, and we are known for our strength to survive. And the economic climate is very, very dynamic. We don't have snow, we don't have different kind of weather that we can actually do businesses to favor the weather. So thriving is in Nigeria is like a means of staying ahead of the trends, maintaining a strong financial discipline and offering exceptional customer service. My name is Dr. Foluwakemi Ayobade. Anointedly known as Foluke Otoge. Aside being a travel consultant, a minstrel, a music director, and a violinist. To God be the glory. I'm the first female violinist in Celestial Church of Christ worldwide. I'm a recording artist, performing artist. I'm a songwriter, and I'm also a shepherd, like a shepherd for the flock. I'm a convener for a ministry, so I have a lot of sheaves, that God uses me to shepherd in the right way of Christ. And I'm also the CEO to 10 major companies that are actively working, and I'm a wife to a king. So I'm like a queen. Yeah, I have 3 beautiful children given to me by God. I'm a very shy person. Yeah, I'm very shy. A lot of people don't know that. But I'm a very shy person, and I like to be all by myself. I'm an introvert in a way. I'm not that outgoing. So some people are always wondering, how can you be a popular artist, you are singing, and you don't like going out? I said, I don't know too. So you might invite me to your event, and I would rather sit there at home and watch it online than come to the red carpet and take pictures. So that's me. I like to spend time alone, because I found out that when I'm alone, that's the only time I have the attention of God, and that presence is fulfilling for every other thing. And I'm kind, I'm very strict, I'm bold.